Now, the top 5 fashion tricks all men should know if they want to attract girls. This video goes well beyond the flashy peacock analogy. We're going to dive into the best fashion tricks and items that will instantly make you more attractive to women. And since we don't want your fashion to suffer because you're trying to be something you're not, we're also going to show you the #1 reason your fashion style has been letting you down. So here are the 5 most important fashion tricks to get any girl to go crazy for you, plus the one fashion mistake you need to avoid. Number 5. Want versus need. If you've listened to our previous advice, you should already own at least one tailored suit. And as much as you probably love dressing up all spiffy and handsome like in that thing, there are times when wearing it is a bit of an overkill. Take a first date, for instance. Imagine if you showed up to dinner at Olive Garden dressed in a button-down shirt and some nice jeans, but your date was wearing a ballroom gown and pearls. You'd probably feel a little underdressed, wouldn't you? So would she if the tables were turned. I get it though. You want to impress and attract your date with your awesome sense of style, but that doesn't mean you need to be the best dressed guy in the room. So balance those wants versus needs and dress appropriately for every occasion, especially for dates. Trying to impress a girl by dressing up too much will only hurt your chances of attracting her because she'll be so embarrassed at how underdressed she is with you. Number 4, recycle more. It's 2019, baby. The sharing economy is in full swing with services like Uber and Airbnb. We're living in a golden age of the dankest memes we've ever seen, and protecting the environment is this generation's #1 priority. And as weird as it sounds, that last one, protecting the environment, is actually a fashion trick you can use to attract girls. How? Well, one of the ways you can be more environmentally fashionable is by crafting an outfit from leaves and twigs. Another more practical way is buying a few pieces of clothing from a thrift store. Thrift stores recycle old clothes, which means they don't contribute as much pollution as factories pumping out those garments by the hour. Plus, taking a trip to the thrift store is a brilliant date idea that I can't recommend enough. But if you're not a fan of wearing someone else's fart-infested jeans, but you still want to attract girls with your love of protecting the environment, one of the fashion tricks you can change is probably touching the ground at this very moment. You see, your shoes probably aren't made of 100% post-consumer recycled plastic, but our sponsor for this video, Nothing New Shoes, are. Nothing New Shoes shouldn't be your first choice for a formal event, but their 6 styles of low tops and 6 styles of high top sneakers are perfect for a casual, laid-back outfit. Nearly every part of Nothing New Shoes are made with recycled materials, including plastics, fishing nets, rubber, and cork. And instead of using chemical-heavy glue to hold their shoes together, Nothing New uses true stitch construction, which has less impact on the environment and adds a unique stylistic look to their sneakers. So yeah, not only will Nothing New Shoes attract women by looks alone if you buy a pair, you'll have a great conversation starter that shows you're an environmentally conscious consumer. And these days, girls can't get enough of a guy who cares about how he looks as much as he cares about the world he'll be leaving for his children. So check out Nothing New Shoes at www.nothingnew.com if you want to attract girls and do some good for the planet. And when a girl asks you what shoes are you wearing, all you have to say is nothing new. Number 3, happy feet. Look, you're a grown man in the 21st century, which means it's time to ditch those socks and underwear your grandma bought you 2 Christmases ago, because they're one of the big reasons girls think you're unattractive. Why? Well, white undergarments are old-fashioned and they have a tendency to stain easily, which is the last thing a girl wants to see when she's agreed to let you help her take her clothes off. So add some color to your underwear and sock drawer, and don't be afraid to get absolutely wild with it. Neon green? Absolutely. Go for it. Argyle patterns? Yup. Socks with little pizzas on them? Delicious. Most people don't get a chance to see your underwear, but everyone can see your socks, and that's why your socks should give you happy feet and be used as a way to express yourself. And don't worry, you don't necessarily have to match them with the rest of your outfit. Socks are simply an accent piece with a lot of room for experimentation. So as long as your socks make you smile when you put them on, they're the right socks for every outfit. Go nuts with them. Feeling more fashionable yet? Getting a better idea of how to attract girls with your fashion? Well, don't go anywhere just yet, because we have 2 more clothing tricks girls love that all men should know. Plus, we're going to break down the one thing that's been holding back your fashion game, and it all but guarantees absolutely 0 girls will ever find you attractive. So stay tuned till the end. For now, let's get back to our list with number 2. Number 2, Clink Clink. Okay, youths, pulling off jewelry as a man is a bit of a balancing act. I mean, sure, your date can wear so many clinky bracelets that she sounds like all 8 of Santa's reindeer, but you've got to be a bit more discerning. Why? Because Rudolph isn't real, and because you're a gentleman, and a gentleman should never go overboard with his jewelry. Now, that doesn't mean you should do only the bare minimum and only wear a cute pinky ring. No, you can wear multiple pieces, but you have to know how to mesh them with your fashion sense. For rings, if you spend a lot of time in a professional setting, you'll only want one chunk of silver or gold on one of your your fingers. Picture that class ring you wasted hundreds of dollars on in high school. Something like that. Of course, if you can't get enough of them and don't need to wear business professional clothing on a daily basis, multiple rings in different styles on a select few fingers offer a more trendy look. For bracelets, you'll only want one wrist carrying the burden, and those bracelets can be made of metal, leather, or beads, and you can wear 3 or 4 if they're skinny enough. Just leave room for your wristwatch, or wear it on the opposite wrist. Necklaces, you don't want to wear the same type of necklaces as 2 chains. That's too long and too bulky. Something slimmer and shorter will do you good, like a leather necklace with a pearl in it, or even a classic silver or gold chain if that's your style. Just keep it 6 to 8 inches above your belly button and you'll be good to go. And now, the real question. How exactly does all of this jewelry attract girls? For one, it's a great conversation starter, since girls also wear jewelry and can appreciate a guy who can pull it off. And as long as you don't go overboard, jewelry is fashionable and will subtly make your outfits look more interesting. So get your clink on and experiment with some jewelry. And if you don't like it, you can just take it off. Number 1. The right fit. Remember how we briefly mentioned tailored clothing at the beginning of this video? Well, before you even think about tailoring your clothes, you gotta buy clothes that actually fit first. And the only way to make sure your clothes fit before you buy them is trying them on in the dressing room. I can't tell you how many guys have found their new favorite jeans and taken them home only to be met with a squeezing sensation in their waist after the tags have been ripped off. Sure, the label says it's the right size, but different brands make their clothes in different ways and with different materials, which means you might have to size up or down based on where you're doing your shopping. You never know for sure if a piece of clothing is going to fit you until you try it on. So man up and hang that number on the dressing room door. In doing so, not only will you save money by not buying clothes that don't even fit you, you'll have clothes that fit you perfectly, and women will find you more attractive for wearing them. The number 1 fashion faux pas you should absolutely avoid. One of the things we talk about over at our Man Intelligence dating channel is being the best version of yourself you can be and how you behave and carry yourself. And when it comes to fashion, being yourself holds just as much weight as what you wear. So what's the number 1 thing you can do with your fashion sense that actually repels women? Be inauthentic with what you're wearing. You can have the most bespoke Seville Row suit money can buy, but if that's not what you like and you're not happy in it, then it's simply not going to work. Here's the thing, just like a girl can tell when you're confident and comfortable in your own skin, she can tell when you're comfortable in your own clothes. And if you're not comfortable or don't like what you're wearing, you're gonna have a tough time keeping your mind off it while you're talking to a girl, which will inevitably make you less fun to talk to. So don't wear clothes that make you feel like a fraud. Wear clothes you love. It's one of the tricks to get girls to chase you. How? Well, do you love wearing socks with sandals? Then go for it. But don't say we didn't warn you. Sure, socks and sandals are considered to be a ridiculously unattractive combination, but if you feel better about yourself while you're wearing them, well, you're owning your own style. And that's pretty damn attractive. Keep at it. Gentlemen, those are the 5 best fashion tricks all men should know to attract girls, and the 1 fashion faux pas to avoid. And don't forget to visit today's video sponsor, Nothing New Shoes, for a big discount. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to let us know and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to click and subscribe.